Welcome to the 30-minute ab series. So find yourself a space on your mat. We're going to start straight away lying down onto your back. So get yourself into a nice comfortable position on your back. Let's set up into neutral. So bring your feet hip width apart, knees are hip width apart. Think about the positioning of your pelvis, so you're not too far tilted away from you, too far tilted up towards you. You should be halfway between those 2 points, imagining you've got that bowl of water sitting onto your pelvis and the water is lying nice and flat. Keep your head nice and relaxed. Relax your shoulders down onto the mat. We'll just start with the prep work first of all. So we're going to breathe out, lengthen one leg away, and breathe in. As you breathe it, bring it back up. Breathe out, lengthen it away. Breathe in, bring it back. This time, see if you can just, as you extend the leg out, hover it rather than sliding it along the floor. So just hover it along the mat, the floor, whatever you're working on. Breathe out as you lengthen away. Breathe in as you come back up. A few more. Pop your hands onto the front of the pelvis just to make sure there's no tilting, rocking and rolling going on through the pelvis. And you'll feel that as you start to work a little bit harder, we're starting to draw the abs in, draw the core muscle in without needing to prep too much. So breathing out to lengthen, breathe in to come back. A few more. Breathe out to lengthen. Breathe in to come back. Perfect. One more on each leg. That's it. Great. Last one. Okay, we're going to start to bring the legs up onto coffee table now. So again, we need to maintain this pelvic stability. So as we breathe out, we raise one leg up onto coffee table. Breathe in, pop it back down. Swap to the other side. Breathe out as you lift the leg up. Breathe in as you pop it back down. Breathe out as you lift up. Breathe in as you pop back down. Good. And we're just looking for stability through the pelvis, making sure that as you swap from one leg to the other, we don't get that sort of tilting and rocking going on through the pelvis. If it helps you, pop your hands onto the front of the pelvis. Okay, we're staying in warm-up mode at the moment, so we're just working our way through the body before we start to build some of these exercises up. Breathe out as you lift up. Breathe in as you pop back down. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to pop back down. Good. So we've got good connection going on through the lower abdominals now. Okay, we're just going to add a little stretch in here. So let's bring up to coffee table, then lengthen the leg. Bring back to coffee table, pop back down. Bend the leg, lengthen it away. Back to coffee table, pop back down. Breathe out as you lift up to coffee table. Keep breathing out, lengthen the leg away. Breathe in as it bends back down, pop back down onto the mat. Breathe out as you lift. Lengthen. Breathe in to pop back down. A few more of these. Breathe in. And as you lengthen your leg, just notice how straight you can get it. Some people, you're going to feel like you've got quite a lot of tension. I know I have quite a lot of tension through the back of the hamstrings. Others, you might be able to get your leg really quite nice and straight up towards the ceiling. But just notice how far you can lengthen each leg. And you want to take it so that they're feeling just a little bit of a stretch as you do this. Great. We're going to finish up one more on each leg. Breathe out, lift, lengthen, pop back. Last one. Lengthen, draw down, pop back. Let's get some mobility going through the lower part of the back now. So we're going into some mini shoulder bridges. So tilt the pelvis back, activate through the glutes, lift through the pelvis. Now do it by drawing in through your glutes to push your hips up. Okay, as far as you're comfortable to go, you can come all the way up into bridge, or you can just hover your bottom above the mat. And on the way back down, one by one, place all of those bones back down onto the mat. Tuck under with your pelvis as you place your pelvis back onto the mat, tilt back to neutral. Okay, here we go, a couple more. Tilt back, squeeze through the glutes, peel up. Perfect. And then roll back down again. Make contact with each of those bones as you're rolling back down and place the pelvis back onto the mat. Last shoulder bridge, tilt back, squeeze through your glutes, peel your spine up and gently roll back down again one by one. Rolling through the spine, really make contact with that low part of your back before you release the glutes and tilt back into neutral. Perfect. Okay, bring your arms up to face the ceiling now, palms face each other. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Okay, think of the connection through your ribs. So you're thinking about the ribs and the distance between your pelvis and your ribs, and that distance is going to stay the same throughout the whole of the exercise. So as you breathe out, you're going to lower your arms down behind you and breathe in as you bring your arms back up. Breathe out as you lower them down. Breathe in as they come back up. Good. breathe out as you lower down. Breathe in as they come back up. Now just notice the distance between your shoulders and your ears. Make sure that your shoulders stay drawn down into your back pockets and they don't start to sneak up towards your ears. Good. Work with your breathing. Breathe out. Lower the arms down. Just check your ribs are not trying to follow you. Draw the ribs down. This time as the arms go back, let's circle them all the way around. So squeeze them around towards your side. So imagine as you're doing this that you're almost trying to squeeze a water balloon underneath your armpits. So you're drawing your shoulder blades down and into your lower part of your back. Okay, try and make it nice and continuous with your breathing. So you're breathing in as you go up and breathe out as you circle round. Good. Breathe in as you raise the arms up. Breathe out as you circle round. 2 more of these. Breathe in, arms come up. Breathe out as you circle round. Breathe in as you go up. And breathe out as you circle round. Let's bring that shoulder bridge in at the same time. So we're doing arms and spine at the same time. So tilt your pelvis back. As you peel up, your arms are coming up at the same time. So you're drawing in, the muscles are working harder now. And as you roll the spine back down, you're rolling your arms back round at the same time. Good. Tilt the pelvis, draw up, peel up, peel up, peel up. As your arms reach the back, you're at the highest point. And then scoop the arms around, draw your shoulder blades down and place the spine down nice and slowly as your pelvis reaches the bottom, as your hands reach the bottom. Let's do 2 more. Peeling up. Lengthen your arms away. Scoop the arms round by your side as you're placing your spine back down one by one. Try and time it so everything ends up at the end at the same time. Last one. Peel, lift. Use your arms to help you up. That's it. We're starting to feel a little bit more core activation. Scoop the arms round, draw the shoulders into your back pockets and back to neutral. Perfect. Just bring your knees in towards your chest and draw a couple of circles with your knees and in the opposite direction. Okay, so as we said, we're going to focus a little bit more on abs this session. So we're going back to our neutral position on our backs. We're going to bring one leg up onto coffee table. You're going to lengthen it towards the ceiling and lower it down towards the ground. This is the prep work. Bring the leg back up, bring it back to neutral, pop it back down. Okay, onto coffee table, opposite leg now, lengthen towards the ceiling, lower it all the way down. Now we're just prepping to make sure that the pelvis is staying nice and neutral throughout the whole range of that exercise. Make sure we can do it one leg, and then we're going to build up towards double legs. Okay, so it goes coffee table, lengthen towards the ceiling, lower it down, hover it above the ground, bring it all the way back up straight before you bend to coffee table and place back down again. A few more. Bend to coffee table, lengthen towards the ceiling, lower it all the way back down, lengthen it all the way back up, bend to coffee table, pop back down. Keep working through that. Lengthen and lower. Now it might feel really easy at the minute, but it's really important that we build the movement patterns up. So just check in with every part of your body that everything is maintaining the position that it should be. So the foot that is still left on the mat should be nice and relaxed and not pushing down into the mat as you do this. So you're not transferring your weight over to the other leg, making sure your abs are working. Make sure your shoulders don't start to sneak up towards your ears. So as it starts to get a little bit more difficult and a little bit more muscle recruitment, you might find yourself starting to just grip in with your shoulders a little bit more. So just check in that's not happening. Last one on each leg. Lengthen, lower it down. Think what's happening through your low back as you do this. Make sure you're not imprinting and pushing your spine down into the mat. It's keeping that neutral spine the whole way through. Perfect. Okay, so here we go. Onto coffee table with one leg. With the second leg, come up onto your tiptoes and just check in with your abdominals there that you are not going to blow your tummy forwards as you lift up or start to recruit and engage all the other muscles. So go onto tiptoes with that second leg and just check in with yourself. Am I going to be able to lift that leg up? If the answer is yes, float that second leg up as well. Okay, first leg down, second leg down. Start with the opposite leg this time. Lift, check in, go to tiptoes with the other foot, check in you're going to be okay to lift, and draw that leg up. Okay, first leg down, second leg down. Now let's work with this. Things I want you to notice: make sure that your back doesn't start to arch or overly imprint into the mat. Make sure you don't start to recruit through the shoulders. So we're going coffee table, draw in, coffee table, down, down, opposite leg, up, up, down, down. Work with your breathing. So breathe out as you're coming up, breathe out, breathe out, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out, breathe out, breathe in, breathe in. Okay, keep that pattern going as much as you're comfortable. If it starts to get a little bit like you're noticing it's really working a bit, take a little rest. You can go into full body stretch. You can bring your knees in towards your chest at any point. If you start to feel like you're losing neutral, always stop, reset from the beginning. Don't try and save it. It's best just to start back from the beginning again. So just finish up with the leg that you are doing on that exercise. Take yourself into a little stretch if you need to. Good. And we're going to now start to build the exercise up again. So we're, at any point during these sessions, if you feel like you've got to a point where that's it, that's the level you're working at, just keep repeating that exercise. And obviously when you repeat these videos in the future, you can move on to the other exercises. So let's go back to coffee table, coffee table. We're going to lengthen and lengthen. This time from here, just a little bit lower down. Don't go too far. Just start the movement, lift back up, bend, bend, floor, floor. So we go coffee table, lengthen, lengthen, lower both legs down towards the floor as far as you're comfortable to go. Just watch what's happening with those abdominal muscles. Bend to coffee table, back down, back down. Okay, alternating the legs as you work through this. So we're going coffee table, lengthen, lengthen, lower both legs down, raise both legs up, coffee table, lower, lower. Perfect. Let's do a few more. Coffee table, lengthen, lengthen, lower, raise, coffee table, floor, floor. Well done. One more. Coffee table, lengthen, lengthen, lower the legs, bring them back up, bend, coffee table, floor, floor. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to start bringing up from the other end now. So pop your hands onto the fronts of your thighs. Imagine you have got a really ripe, juicy peach sitting underneath your chin and you're just cradling it there. Well, the aim of that is to make sure you don't drop your chin too close towards your chest. The lift when we peel up from the head end, imagine you've got a hook just in that top part of your chest bone there, and that hook is attached to a string up in the diagonal corner of the room. So when you go to lift, we don't lift through the head. What we do is we lift through the chest. Okay, and that lifting through the chest recruits all your shoulder muscles at the same time. So think about not trying to lean forwards with the shoulders. Pin your shoulders back and down and peel up from the chest, and then lower the spine back down again. So you can do it with your arms out in front here, or you can just put your hands on the fronts of your thighs. As you breathe out, let's peel up from the upper part of your spine. So breathe out, draw your shoulder blades down, lift, and breathe in as you peel back down. Breathe out, draw the shoulder blades down, peel up, and breathe in as you come back down. Good. It's up to you how far you feel like you want to raise up. You'll feel the shake happen. It depends how strong your abs are. You might be able to get really high up. Again, it's also to do with how flexible your hips are. So if you get really high up, that's great. But don't worry, even if all you're doing is just lifting the head and the top part of the spine off of the mat, that's fine. The other thing that you can do is, if you start to feel like your neck is recruiting a bit too much, pop a pillow underneath your head. So you've already got a slight lift through the head. It makes it easier just to engage through the upper part of your back and lower yourself back down, so you're taking less tension through the neck. So breathing out, coming up. Breathe in, lower back down again. Breathe out as you come up, and breathe in as you come back down. Perfect. Two more. Breathe out, come up. Breathe in, come back down. Perfect. Take yourself into a full body stretch if that's what your back is telling you it needs, or other stretch if you feel that you need that. Just go for whatever feels good for your back at the moment. Okay, good. So what we are going to do now is we're going to take it over onto the side. So we're working abs, but the abs include our oblique muscles as well. So these are the ones that are going to give you the shape of your waist. So you're going to come onto your side, knees are bent in front of you. So we're trying to create this nice straight line through elbow, hip, knees, here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take a nice deep breath in, lift through the waist, and breathe out as you sink down. Now, the movement doesn't come from the arm. Your arm is not reaching you over. The work comes from lifting through your waist muscle. So just prep first of all, if you're not feeling your waist muscles working, just lift your waist up, lower it down. Lift the waist and lower it down. Good. Lift and lower. Okay, that way we're starting to make sure it's this muscle that's working. The arm just helps us get a little bit more lift and lengthen, and lower down. Good. Breathe in, lift, and breathe out as you come down. Control it down. So as you've come all the way up, make sure you don't just go like that. So control your way, slow, slow, slow. That slow release of the muscle actually makes it work harder. Good. So control the release. Control the release. Perfect. Now see if you can get up a little bit higher from here. So breathe in. We're going to come up onto the knees and lift. Breathe out as you come down. Now if it's really hurting through your shoulder, then just give this one a little bit of a rest. Try and see if we can do 3 more of these. Lift. Lovely. And lower down. Good. Breathe in, lift. Work your waist muscles. Try not to use your arm to lift you. Good. Finish this one off. Perfect. Swing yourself around onto the other side. Get yourself set up first of all. So elbow is directly underneath your shoulder. We've got this nice lengthening through the body. Elbow, hips, knees, all as much in line as possible. Let's switch on this waist muscle. So lift and lower it down. Lift. That's it. Really switch that muscle on. Perfect. Good. Lift as it comes up and lower it down. Good. Breathe in as it lifts. Breathe out as you lower down. Bring the arm in. Breathe in. Come all the way up and over. Breathe out as you come down. Good. Breathe in. Good. Make sure it's your waist that's lifting. Draw in with your waist to start the movement and keep it working the whole way through. Good. Make sure you can see me all the way through there. Lovely. Couple more. That's it. Make sure you're not pushing. So the temptation is to push down with this arm to do the lift. Make sure it comes from your waist. So lift through the waist and lower back down. Lift through the waist. And now we're coming up onto knees as well. So here we go. Lift through the waist, then come up, lift, and come back down gently. Control it. Here we go. We're doing 5. This is 2. Lovely. Lengthen it over. Control, control, control. Here we go. Last one. Lift through your waist. Let the arm just guide you over as you keep lifting, 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 and lower it back down. Super. Okay, we're coming to sitting. So you're going to sit with your legs out straight in front of you. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders into back pockets, so you're sitting right onto your sit bones. Imagine that you're going to be karate chopped through the middle here. Okay, arms are going to stay out in front. That karate chop comes here, which makes us sink back onto our pelvis. And as we breathe out, we're going to control that movement as you lower, lower, lower down onto the mat. Try and keep it the same speed the whole way down. And then your arms are going to come right down there onto the floor behind you. Okay, so we've ended up in this lengthened out position. Now we're going to see if we can get all the way back up again now without having to swing ourselves back up. So nice and gently, bring your arms up towards the ceiling, look at your fingertips, curl, 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 really engage through the muscles and come back up to sitting. See if you can do that with your feet still onto the floor. Here we go again. Breathe out, lower down, so you're sinking through the pelvis. Think about placing each one of those bones of your spine in order back onto the mat. Keep the same speed going as you lower yourself down. Arms come back behind you. Good. Draw the arms up, looking at your fingertips. Peel yourself up and back up to sitting. Okay, here we go. We've got 3 more. Breathe out, lower yourself down. Control, control, control. Arms go back behind you. Breathe in and breathe out as we start to raise back up again. Peel up, peel up, peel up. Oh, there we go, all the way through. Awesome. Try and keep the feet on the floor. If they start to raise a little bit, that's okay. We've got plenty of time to practice this. Roll yourself down. Arms go back. Shoulders away from your ears as your arms come up. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Really work through those abs as you come back up. Perfect. Breathe out. Come back down. And lower your arms back down behind you. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out. Arms come up. Peel yourself back up and forwards. Perfect. Last one. Curl off of the pelvis. One by one. Really control that spine back down onto the mat. Your abs are probably shouting at you now. That's okay. Here we go. Coming back up. Last one coming up. Oh, here we go. And we come to that position there. Perfect. Okay. Right. From here, we're going to get you just to bend the knees a little bit. And we're going to bring your arms back out in front, shoulders back and down. Breathe out. We're going to curl back onto the base of your pelvis again. And we're going to imagine you're holding a ball in your hand and you're going to bring it around to one side, bring it back to the center, breathe it out to the other side, bring it back to the center. Now it's up to you. You can come back up to the middle and start to prepare again, or you can stay down. If we're preparing each time, we start here, breathe out, sink down, twist, breathing out. Breathe into the center, breathe out to the other side, breathe into the center, breathe out to the other side, breathe into the center, breathe out, breathe in, come back up to the start at any point that you feel you need to. As soon as you start to feel like you're juddering too much, you're recruiting with your shoulders, or your legs are just screaming at you, come back to the start position, restart. Take yourself back, breathe out to one side. Breathe into the center, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Perfect. Good. Take yourself back down onto the mat, give yourself a nice full body stretch, just lengthen out through those abs. Super. Okay, a little bit more of a stretch. Turn over onto your front. So you're coming into this position here. Just pop your hands onto the mat and just arch yourself backwards. Just check in with your back. If your low back doesn't like to go into too much extension, then obviously just come to this position here. But if you can push all the way out into the mat, then go for it. And a little bit of length through here. Draw your shoulders back and down, which will just get a little bit more stretch through the abs. Super. And just let yourself come back down. Tilt the mat a little bit. We're going to come down into our mini planks first of all. So pop your hands in front of you so that you've got both hands are together and they're far enough away from you so that when we start, so we start with the bottom high. The exercise goes tuck under with your hips and draw your head so that your head, your chin should end above your thumbs. Okay, and then we're just coming back out of it. So we're going to breathe out as you curl your pelvis, come down into that plank, and breathe in as you come back up. Breathe out as you lower down. Breathe in as you come back up. Good. Breathe out, lower down. Breathe in as you come back up. Good. Breathe out, tuck under. Lower yourself down into that position, shoulders back and down. Make sure your shoulders don't sink or hunch up. Here we go. Right, now we're going to draw it a little bit harder. So if that felt like it was enough for you, then again, just stick at that level. If you feel you want to go a little bit further, here we go. We're coming down into this position with the legs. Tuck your toes under. One leg goes up, second leg up. First leg down, second leg down. Come out of that position. When you're ready, breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, tuck under. Lower yourself down. Here we go. One leg up, second leg up. First leg down, second leg down. Come out. Breathing out as you come down. Shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen one leg, straighten the other. Lower, lower. Come back out. Good. When you're ready, down again. Lengthen, lengthen, lower, lower, and come back out. Super. Last one. Draw your shoulders away. Draw up with your tummy. Lengthen that leg. Lengthen the other leg. Down, down, and come back out. Perfect. Let's just give your back a little bit of a stretch. Go into your child pose. So sit onto your heels. Lengthen your arms away. Perfect. Good. And let's just take you back onto your back again now. So, there we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back onto single leg, but we're going to start to challenge the muscles out to the side. So, neutral position on your spine. Keep your arms nice and relaxed by your side. We're going to take one leg onto coffee table. You're going to lengthen it up towards the ceiling, lowering it down towards the floor. This time you're going to take it out to the side. Now as you take it out to the side, watch the other knee doesn't start to drop away. Scoop it back into the center, draw it all the way back up, bend the knee, pop it back down again, opposite side. Coffee table, lengthen, lower it all the way down. Now keep the pelvis stable and in line. Watch the knee doesn't drop out as you take the other leg right out towards the side, draw it back in towards the center, all the way back up towards the ceiling. Coffee table and back down again. Here we go. Swap legs. Coffee table. Lengthen. Lower towards the ground. Take it out to the side as far as you are comfortable to go. We're starting to build the hip stability and working those lateral abs as well. Here we go. So swap sides. Lengthen. Lower it down. Take it out towards the side. Draw it back in towards the center. All the way back up. Coffee table, back down. Coffee table, opposite leg. Lengthen it away. Lower it down towards the floor. Scoop it out to the side. Keep the other knee up towards the ceiling. Work those hip muscles and those muscles in the side of your pelvis. Lengthen it all the way back up. Coffee table and back. Now as you're doing the last couple, just check in with the rest of your body. Make sure you haven't imprinted your spine back down onto the mat, so you've got a little bit of a curve underneath your spine. Your shoulders haven't snuck up towards your ears, and you are still breathing. Make sure you're not holding your breath. That's it. Lower it down, lengthen it away and come back up. Okay, now stick with this level if you feel that this is enough for you to work with. If you want to work a little bit harder, what we're going to do is we're going to take hold of one knee. We take the other leg up to coffee table, lengthen, lower it down. Now take it out towards the side, bring it back towards the center, lengthen, coffee table, bring it in, swap knees, lengthen, lower, take it out towards the side. Keep in neutral, draw it all the way back up, swap sides, lengthen that leg, lower it down, sweep it out to the side, back to the center, all the way back up, bend the knee, swap sides. Here we go, one more on each side. Lengthen, lower towards the ground, sweep it out towards the side, back in towards the center, lengthen it all the way back up, draw back in. Last one on this leg. Lower the leg down, take it out towards the side, back towards the center, all the way back up. Bring the legs so that they are now both on coffee table. We're now not holding on to the knee. We'll have a go now. So lengthen, lower, work it out towards the side. Now you're working even harder. Watch the shoulders. Don't try and help you out. Lengthen that leg, lower it down, sweep it out towards the side, back to the center, all the way back up, coffee table. Lengthen the other leg, lower it down, sweep it out towards the side, back towards the center, draw it all the way back up, coffee table. Lengthen the other leg, lower it down. You're breathing out. Breathe in to sweep in, breathe out as you bring the leg all the way back up, back to coffee table. One more each side. Breathe out, lengthen, lower it down, sweep it out, sweep it in, lift it all the way up, back to coffee table. Last one. Lengthen, lower it down, sweep it out, sweep it back, lengthen it up, coffee table. One leg down, second leg down. Do what feels good for your back. Lengthen into a full body stretch, or bring your knees toward your chest. If you feel that also helps, go for whatever feels good for you. Perfect. Okay, we just need to put a little bit of mobility back into our spine now. We've done all that stability work. So pop yourself into your neutral position again. We're coming back into those shoulder bridges. Just check you've got space around you. So we're going to feet hip width apart. Nice and light through your feet so that you're not putting any pressure onto your toes. Tilt your pelvis backwards. And when it's gone back as far as it goes, squeeze through the glutes. Peel your spine up and away from the mat. That feels nice after doing those exercises. And gently place those bones back down one by one as you're working your way down through the spine. Place the pelvis onto the mat and tilt back to neutral. Good. Breathe out, tilt your pelvis backwards. Activate through your glutes. Peel your spine all the way up. Lovely. And lower it back down again one by one. Really control that lower part of your back so you don't just plonk your bottom down. Tilt back to neutral. One more in this position. Tilt, squeeze, lift, and lower back down one at a time. Really feel each one of those bones making contact as you get down towards the mat. So let's bring the arms in now. So arms and spine together. Let's work both as we raise the arms up and the spine comes up. Arms go right behind you. Sweep your arms round to your side as you're placing your spine back down onto the mat. Good. Here we go. Tilt through the pelvis. Arms work their way up. Squeeze through the glutes as you're raising up through your spine. Think about placing the spine back down onto the mat one at a time. As you work your arms back down, try and get back to the start at the same time. Last one. Tilt the pelvis backwards, squeeze through the glutes. Peel yourself up as your arms come up. And spine comes back down one by one as you work your way back down. Perfect. Take your legs away from you. Take your arms away from you. Really push through to your toes, through to your fingertips. And take a few deep breaths. And each time you breathe out with this, just feel as if someone is grabbing your feet and pulling you one way, grabbing your arms and pulling you the other way, and we're just lengthening through the spine, creating that space. Last breath. Perfect. Bring your arms down by your sides. And when you're ready, bring yourself back up to sitting. Well done. See how you get on with that one, and we'll be ready for the next one in the series shortly.